So as we say, theatre now coming under the spotlight, and it's the Market Theatre in Johannesburg. It's going to be observing Black History Month this February through a production entitled The Meeting. This production focuses on civil rights movements that played a pivotal role in the civil rights movement in the USA. It focuses on two black political icons, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. This production is particularly fitting as we're celebrating Black History Month. And to tell us more about the meeting, we're joined in studio by the play's director, James Ngcobo, as well as the playwright, Jeff Stetson. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you, Leah.
So lovely to have you. I love the flyer for it. It looks amazing.
It's great.
Yeah, fantastic. It's a great initiative. It really is. And as Jeff is the person who wrote this play, the inspiration behind it. Let's start off there. What inspired you to write this production?
Well, I was Dean of Faculty and Staff for the Cal State System in California, and I often would go back to one of the campuses to teach, and I was invited to teach a course. And I realized that most of the students knew very little about the civil rights movement, very little about Dr. King other than the I Have a Dream speech.
Yeah.
And virtually nothing about Malcolm X other than the view that he was seen as a revolutionary and a Muslim. So I wanted to develop a class with a variety of people from various academic disciplines to take a look at the civil rights movement through the eyes of these two leaders, to determine the strategies that worked, perhaps the strategies that failed, and just have a better understanding of the sacrifice and the struggle. One of the reasons I wrote the play is that, particularly in the United States, it was often viewed that if you embrace one leader, you had to reject the other. You couldn't accept both men. And both men were part of the same continuum, the struggle for freedom. Yeah. And they both gave their lives for that. And I wanted young people in particular to embrace both of these men for who they were. So that's basically the inspiration for it.
Now, obviously, your partnership, I mean, you're directing the play. This must have spoken to you quite loudly. The play.
Yeah, I was mentioning it last night that I've loved this play for years, from the first time that I read it, and I just knew that at some stage I had to direct it. And me as a person, I'm just a big fan of memory, of universal memory, and as an artistic director of the market, I just love an idea of constantly surprising and exciting our audiences with different offerings. And so we started celebrating Black History Month 3 years ago, working very closely with the American Embassy. They've produced actually 4 plays that we've done. But there was when I read it again, and I was saying that there is a pertinence about this piece that is absolutely frightening. That when you look at it through the contemporary eyes, and the response that we've been getting from young people who have come to watch the play has been really beautiful. And what Jeff has done, a gift for me that is given to directors and actors. These two figures, we know them as orators in a public space. He has taken them into a private space where they're meeting in a hotel room in New York, and you get to meet them as fathers, as husbands, as sons. And the audiences are going to really enjoy a feast of these two men dissecting their philosophies, their similarities, their passions, and it's a gift for actors to be, because I'm an actor myself, and I love the idea that actors have to play people who are completely removed from their immediate environment, and this is what these guys I love.
It's wonderful. I mean, Jeff, you're here for a very short time.
Here for a week.
Yeah, I mean, you're leaving very shortly. I mean, how does it feel to sort of have this production here in South Africa?
Well, it's extraordinary, and particularly given the fact that it's at the Market Theatre. I mean, the Market Theatre is a testament to the arts and to standing up to oppression, and to use the arts in such a way where we can determine our own history and our own truth. So it's really an honor to be here, given the history of that theater, the courage of that theater. The play has been done all over the world, but there's a special relationship, I think, with folks in this country who have I think, struggled the same way that many blacks in America have, for example.
Indeed. And looking up to those two heroes, who, by the way, and we have to end it off, unfortunately, but I can't end it off without finding out who the lead actors are. I mean, you've got the most amazing actors playing it.
Yeah, we've got Aubrey Bowen playing Martin Luther, and we've got Brendan Daniels playing Malcolm X.
Excellent. So it opens, when is it opening?
We opened last night.
Excellent.
And we are running it till the 26th of February.
26th of Feb.
Yes.
Get your tickets at the Market Theatre. It's called The Meeting, a production you cannot miss, and I think it'll be absolutely unbelievable, that meeting, that imaginary meeting between Martin Luther King and Malcolm X on stage. Jeff Stetson, the writer of this, and James Ngcobo, of course, who directed the production. Let's take a break. Shup, shup, after this. Stay tuned.